In the grand theatre of human history, class struggles are not mere subplots. They are the main acts driving the narrative forward. Understanding these dynamics through the lens of historical materialism not only enlightens us about our past, but also sheds light on our present and future societal structures. This essay explores the pivotal role of class conflicts in shaping historical outcomes and the evolution of societies. Historical materialism posits that material conditions, primarily how a society organizes its production, fundamentally shape societal structures, including laws, culture, and governance. Unlike historical idealism, which attributes historical developments to the ideas and intentions of individuals, historical materialism sees class struggle rooted in material economic conditions as the engine of historical change. This framework helps us understand the underlying forces that drive societal transformations. In ancient civilizations, from Rome to Han China, class struggles were omnipresent. The conflicts between slaves and masters, peasants and landlords were not just economic battles, they were fights for basic human dignity and freedom. These conflicts often erupted into revolts that, although brutally suppressed, gradually pushed societies towards greater social reforms or complete transformations. Feudalism structured society around rigid class distinctions between the nobility, clergy, and peasantry. In Europe and Asia, persistent peasant uprisings, such as the English peasants' revolt of 1381 or the numerous rebellions during the Ming dynasty, challenged these hierarchies. Although not always successful, these uprisings were critical in weakening the feudal order, setting the stage for modern nation-states. The Industrial Revolution was a turning point, intensifying class divisions between the burgeoning bourgeoisie and the proletariat. As factories sprouted, so did workers' movements, advocating for rights and fair wages. This period marked the rise of trade unions and the solidification of class consciousness among workers, pivotal in later political and social reforms. Karl Marx's analysis of capitalism brought class struggle to the forefront of socio-economic discourse. His assertion that history of all hitherto existing society is the history of class struggles provided a theoretical foundation for understanding the past upheavals in European societies, particularly visible in the revolutions of 1848 across Europe, driven by a proletariat increasingly alienated and oppressed. The 20th century witnessed revolutions that reshaped nations, prominently in Russia and China. In these contexts, class struggle was not merely about economic control, but about seizing and reshaping state power. The proletariat, alongside peasantry in China, played crucial roles, fundamentally transforming their societies based on Marxist ideologies. In the US, the civil rights movement illustrated how class and racial struggles intersect. Leaders like Martin Luther King Jr. recognized that the fight against racial segregation was deeply tied to economic inequality. This movement highlighted the role of class solidarity across racial lines in achieving broader social justice goals. Globalization has reconfigured class structures worldwide, leading to new forms of class struggle. The widening gap between the global rich and poor, exacerbated by corporate globalization, prompts a re-evaluation of class dynamics in a global context. This has sparked new labor movements and protests like the Occupy Wall Street movement, which highlight ongoing class disparities. Economic crises often expose and intensify underlying class tensions. The Great Depression and the 2008 financial crisis both resulted in significant public outcry against perceived corporate greed and government complicity. These crises demonstrated how economic downturns could become catalysts for class-based social and political movements. The rise of automation and AI poses new challenges for class relations. As technology replaces jobs, the working class faces increasing precariousness, potentially leading to new forms of class struggle. The debate around universal basic income and other social safety nets is part of this broader discourse on how to address emerging class divisions in the digital age. Class struggle permeates not only our economic realities, but also our cultural expressions. Films like Parasite and novels such as The Grapes of Wrath illustrate class tensions and serve as tools for societal reflection. They play a crucial role in shaping public understanding and attitudes towards class issues. The canvas of history, painted with broad strokes of class struggle, reveals a continuous narrative of conflict and resolution driven by material conditions. Understanding this history through the perspective of class struggles not only provides clarity on past events, but also offers insights into the ongoing and future challenges faced by societies. As we navigate our present and look towards the future, it is imperative to engage actively with the lessons of history viewed through the lens of class struggles. Recognizing the ongoing impact of these dynamics is essential for addressing contemporary class issues and working towards a more equitable society. By fostering a deeper understanding of historical and current class struggles, we can better equip ourselves to advocate for meaningful change.